Hi everyone, this is AtYourServiss from OToBeStampin.com. I am going to be doing things a little bit different this evening. I'm going to make a baker's box and I'm going to embellish it using stamps from this stamp set. Now usually I have a finished piece to show you when I start my video, but I made two of these boxes and before realizing I had given them both away. So the end result will be a little bit of a surprise. I'm going to start by using my baker's box Thinlit die, and this also comes with several other attachments. So there's one, and this is for making little holes in your bag, and this is for a little peekaboo window, and then you also get all of these. This says Yum. These are actually used for the top piece here, depending on how you want your enclosure. You might want to use this if you had like real thick ribbon that you wanted to put through. So that gives you an idea anyway. And then I'm just going to line this up. Now you're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock. This is Tangelo Twist, and it measures 5.5 by 6.5. I'm going to line up my framelit using my magnetic platform. Oh, I need to put one of these down first. Getting a little ahead of myself. And you want to make sure when you're using the magnetic platform that your cutting pad is pretty flat. If it's warped, sometimes it won't stick well. And actually, both of these I've got in front of me are pretty warped. I've got brand new ones. You would think that I would just use those, but I just figure I'll keep using these until I can't use them anymore. Okay, that looks like that'll work. I'm going to put this on the top. I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. Be right back. Okay, let's see how that worked out. And really the framelits are designed to just cut one piece at a time, but sometimes you can get away with other. Must have had something on my cutting pad. Got a little something on there, but we're just going to go with it. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to bring in my magnetic platform. And I want to cut 2 of these little holes. Now, sometimes when you're working with a really small piece like this, the magnets and the magnetic platform want to draw this piece one way or the other, so just make sure that it doesn't slip on you. And then we're going to put this piece on the top. And again, I'm going to run that through my Big Shot. Awesome. And last but not least, I'm going to just take one of them and I'm going to run that through my Big Shot to cut a peekaboo hole in the side of the box so that the recipient will be able to see what we're getting. All right. Okay, now I want to attach these 2 pieces together. I'm going to do that side by side. It's really going to take, you can use multi-purpose adhesive here. You can use tear and tape, sticky strip. If you have some, I know we don't carry that anymore, but I personally stocked up on some because I like it. But I am actually well, I can't get this working today. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Just needed a little pin to unclog it. So I'm going to put some Tombow glue there, and I'm going to line this right up. Like so. Give it just a minute to dry. While that's drying, I want to show you how I'm going to decorate this. So I stamped using Tangelo Twist. I stamped 2 oranges with the orange slice from Apple of My Eye. I love this set. It's got the apple. It's got the saying apple of my eye, the pear leaves that go with it, the cherries. This can be like the apple seeds. If you just have like a half an apple, they're cute. And the sayings, of course, just the sweetest apple of my eye, and thank you. So I took the orange, I stamped 2 of them. I cut one of them in half, and I punched this one out using my 1 3/4 hole punch. Circle hole punch, I should say. Okay, so I think this should probably be dry by now. Put this up there. So I'm just going to reinforce my fold lines. Now I will mention that because the framelit really is designed to only cut 1 layer of cardstock at a time, when you cut 2, you will get sort of a, can you see that double line right here? Hard to see, but I think you can see it. It's kind of like a double line, so if that bothers you, then definitely only use 1 layer of cardstock at a time. You still might get a little bit of that, but it won't be as prevalent. And I got my inspiration for this box from these orange slices. Okay, I love these. They are just yum, yum, yum. Not good for you, but they do taste good. Pull on this line. We all have to like splurge on something that's really good every once in a while, right? I think so. Okay. I think that's everything. Now what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to crease this score line right here on the box flaps at the bottom. Oh, but I am going to do this one. So there's one here at the top. Needs to be done. This one you may have to like just kind of work with it a little bit. It wants to be a little bit stubborn. There we go. Alright, and then another one here. Okay. Alright, that should do it. Okay, when we bring our box around, we're going to put glue here on these two small tabs. And then I find the easiest way to do this is to fold that over and then bring this one to meet it. And that way it's kind of easier to see where all the seams are and crease lines, and you can get it lined up pretty well. Okay. Then these marks right here, you're just going to press in and then slightly bend these. I just realized I made a mistake. So these, because of the way I did them, instead of doing one at a time like I should have, I did them through the two layers of cardstock, so now they don't line up. So don't follow my advice. I'll put a little note on the video when I edit it. I'm just going to leave it that way for the moment, and then I'll fix it later. So, and then you to do the bottom, you're just going to slip this in like that. Now, you can glue the bottom of this. I recommend it. They say that you don't really need to do that, but I just recommend putting a little bit of glue on it, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay. All right. Now the other thing I want to do, actually probably would have been better if I had done this before I sealed the box, but like I said, I'm doing this a little bit without my pattern, and so I kind of forgot. But you're going to cut a small piece of acetate window sheet. You're going to put glue or glue dots. I think glue dots might work better now that I've already closed the box up, but originally I probably would have used glue. So I'm just going to put one of these in each corner. Slide that into my box. And there we go. Okay. And to decorate it, I actually used some retired ribbon to close the top. This was actually from Celebration several years ago, but I always keep my ribbon around because I love ribbon. I probably use it on every project that I do, and so I like to keep plenty there. So I'm just going to take, these are probably, let's see, 2 lengths, and I'm doing 2 lengths just because the ribbon is so delicate at 14 inches. So I am going to get my hole punch and punch a hole where they should be. You know, I just thought what would even make a better idea is to just use the this. Nobody would even know I'd made a mistake, right? But you guys know, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to actually take these, string them through from the front to the back, and then from the back to the front. Okay. And then to decorate it, I'm going to use my half cut orange slices here on the side. I've put some dimensionals on the back. Take this big one, put a couple dimensionals on the back of that. And covered that little spot I had on there. Okay, now I also have the sentiment, "You're just the sweetest." And again, I'm going to use my 1 3/4 inch punch. Actually, I want to use a smaller punch than that. So this is actually my 1/8 inch punch. I just think it'll look a little bit better. Okay. And, you know, I forget what I originally used to attach this. I don't think that I put it through that ribbon. Can't really remember. Fooey on me, right? Actually, I will, maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just put this sort of on the back. No, I think what I would do, actually, I'm going to take back. Don't punch the hole. You don't really need the hole. I think I'm just going to fill that with a brad. Okay, I'm just going to put the brad through there just to kind of hide the hole I just made. So if you made a hole, you can still use it. You can tie a little bow in it, but I already had the ribbon on there, so I'm not sure that that would look right. So I'm just going to use this. Put 2 dimensionals on the back. And I want my brads to lay flatter. There we go. That's better. I'm just going to add that here. And done. What do you think? Now I just want to tear the box back open so that I can eat the candies. I hope you've enjoyed this project. Sorry for the little oopsies along the way. But the baker's box is really a great little box. It's a nice size. So I definitely recommend the baker's box thinlets. I also recommend, and didn't show you this because I didn't actually stamp on camera, but if you're using photopolymer stamps and you don't have one of these, I highly recommend getting one. They make the stamping so much clearer. I had actually stamped 2 oranges before I finally got one I liked. You definitely can't see that on the video, but there's like, it's not real clearly stamped like along this corner or right here. But when I use the pad below the photopolymer, it stamps so much nicer. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you'll come back and visit me again soon. You have a great day.